Facial massage is all the rage in skincare right now, and I'm sure you've seen it all over Instagram, right? Jade rollers, you've seen derma rollers, you've seen devices that massage your skin through vibrations, you've seen devices that pulsate on your skin. But to be honest with you, my favorite tool for facial massage is still my good old fingers. So if you guys are ready to learn how to perform lymphatic massage with just your fingers, give this video a big thumbs up and let's get started. So I learned this massage technique from the book, The Japanese Skincare Revolution. I've talked about this book before on my channel. This is a real classic in the skincare community. If you haven't read it yet, I really do recommend it. There's a lot of do-it-yourself and home remedies in this book, and there's a lot of really great information about skin as well. So when you perform lymphatic massage, you're going to be getting rid of all of that additional fluid underneath the skin, which is going to help tighten up the skin. It's going to make your jawline look a lot slimmer, and it's also going to help your complexion look brighter and more lustrous. So you can perform lymphatic massage anywhere in your skincare routine. I like to do mine when I've got some product on my skin to help my fingers glide across my skin a lot easier. You know, you don't want to have a lot of dry skin where you're tugging when you're pulling your fingers across your face and it's really tugging, because you could damage the skin, you could create some broken capillaries. So you definitely want to have a little bit of slip in between your fingers and your face. Okay, so I just got some facial oil on my face, so we are ready to begin. So there's a couple of points that we're going to focus on. The first is going to be the temples, then we're going to move to where the upper and lower jaw meets, then we're going to focus behind the ear, right where the jaw meets the ear, then we're going to focus on the neck, the collarbone, and finally we're going to drain our lymph nodes from our armpits right here. So the motion is always going to be to move outwards and then down. So we're going to start with our forehead, and we're just going to start going from the center and pulling away. So just kind of pulling down, and you see how I'm pulling it down into that temple area. So that's going to be kind of our first sort of like point. And then once you feel like you've done a good job there, then you can move on to the eyebrow area. And we're going to start from the inner brows and then just work outwards again to the temple area. Next, we're going to kind of pull down from the temple to the jaw. And this is kind of like a push and a roll. So I'm pushing into my skin as I sort of roll my fingers. Then we're going to work from the sinus area. So the first thing you want to do is you want to press on the inner corners right here. Best way to do it is actually to use your thumbs and to press from each inner corner in and just hold for a little bit. If you do have pressure buildup in your sinuses, you may be feeling a little bit of a release right now. Okay, and then from there, we're going to work outwards from our kind of nose area, sinus outwards. This is also going to be very good for the eye area. Do make sure that you have some good facial oil or something on your skin to just kind of help give your fingers that slip. This is the area that I find that I tend to get broken capillaries the most when there's some damage on the skin, is right here where the skin is thinner. And now do you see how I'm working down from the mouth area outwards still to where that jaw meets? This tends to be the area that kind of accumulates the most fluid, so you may want to kind of concentrate your efforts there if that's kind of a pain point for you, if you feel like you have sort of a bloated face. This also feels good if you carry a lot of tension in your jaw. This is a mini massage for your jaw muscles. So now we're going to move from this point to the behind the ears point. So we're just going to push and roll, pulling it just to this area here. And essentially we're just kind of encouraging the fluid that we've been pulling down our face into this area. So I think a lot of us have issues with this area here. So we're going to try to work some of the lymphatic fluid out of this area. So using your thumbs, pop your chin up right where the bone is. You'll feel it. Start to kind of push your thumb underneath that bone and just move outwards towards that area again. And do you see how I'm just kind of pulling straight down on this area? And then you can move it backwards. So now we're going to press right behind the ears to encourage that fluid to drain downwards into the neck. So we're going to use our thumbs for that. Our thumbs tend to be the strongest fingers that we have. So pressing just behind the ear here. It's gonna feel a little weird, and you may even kind of feel a slight draining. You may feel that. And that's normal. Don't press in too hard, you know, stay comfortable, and give it about 30 seconds or so. So I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to my hands. This can be a great time too if you have a neck cream that you like to use. You wanna use some type of moisturizer on your neck, it's a good time to flip to something like that. Then from here, we're gonna move down the neck, we're gonna massage down the neck. You really want to focus more on the sides because this is really where the fluid is going to drain downward, and just pull right into the collarbone area. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to work the collarbone. So we're going to work right on top of the collarbone and we're going to work outwards. So the final step of lymphatic massage can be a little bit weird. You're gonna pinch your armpits. It sounds a little bit weird, but this is going to really allow the lymph in the armpits to release all of that toxic fluid that we just moved from our face into the lymph nodes in the armpit area. So all you really need to do is just kind of go underneath into the center and then outwards here. And you see with my thumb and then my index finger and middle finger, I'm just giving it a good kind of squeeze, some good pressure, and just hold it for like 15 seconds or so. It doesn't have to be, you know, too tight. You don't have to do too much massaging or anything. And this is just going to encourage the draining process of the lymph nodes. So that's it. It's as easy as that, and no special tools necessary, just your fingers. Super simple. So if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments, do you do facial massage? And if you do you use any special tools? And if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.